Hello peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Git Tries, Final Fantasy 14 part 310. Right, yesterday I asked a question, didn't I? I said leave comments about what you want me to do when we get to end of this. I only got the one. Fair play, Coffee. Thanks for the chats, mate. Enjoy them. They suggested they'd like to see me keep on playing it and do some of the crafting and houses and all this stuff and see how it goes. So, hey, nobody else has said anything yet, so maybe we'll go down that route then. We shall see. I wouldn't mind doing a bit of crafting and stuff, but you might find it a bit boring. I don't know. He says he'd enjoy watching me do. They said they'd enjoy watching me do. I don't know whether it's male or female. The name's just Coffee, so I don't know. But anyway, we'll see how it goes then. I've got to do something to tide me over till I can't remember the name of that game. I can't wait for it to come out. It's not Star Quest, is it? It's Star something. That Bethesda one. It looks brilliant. It really does, and I can't wait for it to come out. But we shall have to wait and see. I don't know when it's due. I'd rather them delay putting it out and make sure it works all right. I did enjoy Fallout 76. I didn't have that many problems with Fallout 76. I played the beta version and then obviously straight into the full version. But some people did, didn't they? But I seemed to be fine on it. Mind you, I was playing it on a console, not a PC. So maybe that's where the difference was. But part of me wishes I was doing this back then, because I did enjoy playing Fallout 76. Lots of people hated it. I loved it. I really did. Built a big mansion and everything, and I'm waffling because I forgot what we're meant to be bloody doing as usual. I know, I can hear you all. Hey, how are we all doing on this? What day is it today? Wednesday. Oh, got a bit of brew left. Not much, it's gone a bit cold now. Been sorting me eBay out. I've started selling some. I've only sold one item so far. Of course, till you get the hang of it, it's a bit bloody lot of faffing about. Still, I probably made an extra 10 quid than what I would have done taking it to CEX. Ripping off bastards they are. I've got to do a clear out. I collect loads of shit. That's my problem. I've got hundreds of Funko Pops. I've probably got over 1,000 graphic novels. I've read them once. There's a couple I read over and over. Most of them I've read them once, and I need to get rid of them. Make some room. Doing our dumpsters head in. So they're all in boxes, ready to be sold. Anyway, back to it. We got to go to Al-End or A-End? I guess that's an L. Al-End. I ain't got my specs on. I'm vain. I'm a vain bastard. Don't wear them. Right. Speak with Al-End. Where am I then? Bloody hell. Got a bit of a trek to do. When he says by the water, I thought it was that one over there. I remember it now, yes. It comes to me in the end. The old little ball rolls and falls in the hole eventually, and click. Right, I best get on me. Dragon then. We got any ether currents? Northeast. Right, excuse me, coming through. Dee-doo. Right, somewhere up here then. Stay out of the way of these buggers. that him over there? Could be. Hey, we found him. Yeah. What day is it? Did I say what day it was? Wednesday, innit? Cloudy, a bit cold. Oh, hang on a minute. My controller's playing up. There we go. Don't know why then it had a hissy fit. Went and saw that Ticket to Paradise yesterday. George Clooney and Julie Roberts. Not a bad film actually. I did laugh a few times at it.
He remaineth as he was when I first approached, entombed in melancholy.
I see. Perhaps I could...
I'll handle this.
Go on, Einstein. Got any brew left or a bit left?
So...
Cheers, peeps.
Waiting to die like all the others, are you?
Oh, I've got to do some interpretation here. Aye, our pride is crushed and our souls corrupted. The winds are stilled and the heavens offer no comfort. There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives are cursed as we wait the end. Still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Our kin on another star. And yet upon thee do I smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It matter not whether we fly. Ever will a sanguine ocean await us. Ever will retribution's wheel turn. Now you're alright now, pal. And so, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred. Yeah, but you ain't got hatred anymore. We're friends.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it. To stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
Oh.
Estinian!
Stay back!
We tire of war, we tire of turmoil. Dignity tarnished, crimson stained. Oh God, here we go. Our misery, our shame, too much to bear. Release us from war, from life.
I see. Theirs is the emotion that bars our way. The rest is up to you.
Oh.
No! Not Estinian too!
There's a wind.
He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
Oh, Alphino.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
Is this the way it's going to be up here, is it? They'll slowly sacrifice each other until there's only Albert left. I hope not. Right, We're going up this way, are we? Have a look at the map. At the top end. Right, get on the dragon. Another one of the little blue balls there. Speak with Alfie. Cheer up, pal. You're all gonna die in a bit. This is Einstein's doing, I'm sure of it. We should ride its flow and see where it leads. Where's that? To the northeast. Well, there ain't nothing northeast, is there? Looking at the map, northeast. Oh, yeah, alright, be up here somewhere. Okay. Right. Let's go in, shall we? Whee! I see, that's how you go from place to place, is it? Powerful gale has delivered you to another island. They should arrive before long. Waiting. Oh. You did it, you found a way forward for us. The dragons remain trapped within a prison of their own making, lamenting the horrors of war, yet Einstein knew them better than most. He was a man of honour and a dear friend, willing to fight to the very end for what he believed was right. Oh yeah, I can see the ship in the distance. He's still fighting Alfie, just like Thancred. Their sacrifices are why we can survive here, why we still have a chance to stop her. Even in spirit they're unwilling to give in to despair, and we mustn't either. Ah, we got them. Yeah, I wonder if those transport devices would bring them back. We'll find out at the end, won't we? Alice is right, we must press on for their sake. Do 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 do. Ishtola and Alice said we must continue. Notice the change in our surroundings. Perhaps this is the memory of an altogether different world. Would be prudent to learn more of it, then tread carefully lest we lose our footing in this stand. Oh, crap. Learn more about it. Go here, there. Where's the aetheryte then? 150 to the northeast. That way somewhere. Can't bloody see it. Where is it? To the north. It's up there somewhere. .43 to the west. Where are you then? Ah, there you are. Bloody hellfire. Not gonna do that, am I? Right, get back on me. Dragon. Come speak with Orangery. Here they are. Were it not for the violet crystal embedded in its surface, would appear as ordinary stone. A curious script has been etched upon them. Alas, it's not a language with which I'm familiar. I cannot say I recognise it either. Nor either. Dragons, from what I recall, preserve their knowledge in song and eschew the written word entirely, so we may assume this is the work of another race, once we have yet to encounter. Meteon claimed the dragon's world suffered a slow death. What life we found here, like us not, will wend its way towards a similar end. Alice? What do you suppose that is over there? I'm not sure, it's hard to make out this distance. Surface seems to bear the same crystals as this monument. There's a chance we will find whoever built them both. We should go and have a look. Come on. Search for signs of life. Let's get the map up. Damn. Did it again. Stay out of the way of him. And then hollow of the flesh. Look like floating jellyfish. Hail travellers, most unexpected occurrence. Hello there, is this your home? Indeed it is. Forgive me, I had forgotten. An exchange of introductions is expected when first meeting those with whom one is unacquainted. Ooh. When the vibration of vocal folds was still required to convey our thoughts and intention, ear, I believe, was the pronunciation used when referring to our people. Not entirely applicable given our present state. You are welcome to use this appellation. Oh bloody hell, big words, isn't it? As for nomenclature, to address my individual person, I believe it would be pronounced Keith. I'm going to call him Keith. Yes, Keith of the ear. We've encountered beings that communicate intermittently through thought, but never one that is wholly without voice. I assume we are having this conversation via the medium of ether or dynamis, as this space is suffused with vast quantities of it. Fascinating in either case. I gather your response to my presence is positive then. That is well, for there is something I wish to ask you. Like yourselves, we here are ether-based life forms, therefore it may be surmised that these bodies are of comparable biological composition to those we once possessed. I have a number of queries regarding our subjective perception of the five senses: sight, sound, taste, touch and smell. In total I have prepared 198 billion... oh, whatever. That's rather a lot, isn't it? My apologies, I've omitted a great many details necessary to understand the nature of my request. Though we dispensed with our corporeal vessels long ago, we have rediscovered a need for the flesh, and have endeavoured to recreate our erstwhile forms. However, all pertinent records have been lost. Take, for example, the nervous system. It's well within our power to recreate, but we have no frame of reference. And the reason you need to regain corporeal forms? Bring an end to our existence, of course. Though need is perhaps too strong a word, it would be a simple matter to unmake ourselves through use of etheric exsanguinators, but such a death seems inadequate. The traditionalists among us believe proper death requires an inescapable sense of impermanence in one's final moments, an experience found only with bodies of flesh. We should very much like to hear more of your plans. In exchange, we will answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. Such an exchange of information would prove useful. Very well. To ensure efficacious exchange, I hereby invite you to our home, the abode of the ear, where we traditionalists prepare for our demise. Waffle, waffle, waffle. What do you need? Must caution you, however, to be mindful of ear wandering the deserts. Their desire for bodies of flesh could be described as overzealous. Now, if you would follow me. This is going rather smoothly, not that I'm complaining. Even so, we mustn't forget their aim is oblivion, much like the dragons. Though I fail to see why civilization so seemingly advanced would choose to unmake all they have created. At any rate, we'll find no answers dallying here. Let us be on our way. Thank God for that. Well, it looks like it's been raining. Glad I'm not out in it. Right, where are we going then? I'll go and speak with Keith, have we? Heading right way. Ooh. Get on the old dragon. What's them? Luminians. Is that? I'm over there, looks like it. Speak with Keith. Well, what you got, Cocker? Welcome to our abode. Most of our compeers you will find remain idle in their domiciles, though your quizzical expressions indicate my phrasing is unclear. I speak, of course, of the violet crystalline constructs hanging from stone structures. You say they remain idle, but what of your work to regain corporeal bodies? An astute question, and understandable given your finite nature. We have no desire to pursue our research, for it is no longer necessary. If in our idleness we are struck by sudden inspiration, we rise to pursue said inspiration to its conclusion. That is why I was present for your arrival, and why I continue to engage with you still. While the others are not currently in a motile state, rest assured they would not object were you to disturb their respite. Cast your thought towards one of the domiciles to communicate. Oh, here we go. Go here, there and hither. $219 to the north. So there's one over there somewhere. Let's go and have a look. There you go, have a swim. Is that good? Have another one. So I'll start over this way. Wow. Farumi Luna. Love it. Tune to the Aetheryte, which I nearly forgot to do. That is cool. They still use cool today? I don't know. It's all backwards now, isn't it? That's sick, that is. Is it? You wish to speak? Pray a moment if you would. Next one. We seek our end, you ask. If you wish to know, I will tell you. Just a moment, I must remember what form did I take when I last emerged. What's that thing over there? Weird. Strained moaning comes from it, as fades into silence. Go back and speak with Keith. Did you inquire satisfactory responses? Not really. If they fail to answer, it's likely because their minds have unravelled. They are not but concentrated ether now. Worry not, there are no others who have need of these lodgings, and they will not provide a hindrance to remain as they are. But more importantly, you said some few did answer. I imagine they will be with us ere long. What are we on? 32 minutes. I had no luck. Everyone else fared well enough. Quite a few here have awakened. There they are. Hey. May introduce to Lala, Dudique, Need. Right, we got Lila, Dewey, and Ned. It's been too long, Keith. I dare say Sadra 4 has since completed an orbit. Indeed, until the travellers brought it to my attention, I hadn't noticed how unravelled some had become. Travellers, 2 L's in travellers, are of course, the ones who wish to know why we seek to regain corporeal forms. The truth of the matter is plain to see as the neighbouring systems, but my single account would fail to satisfy the requirement for... Oh, showed. Am I the only one who struggles to tell who's speaking? Oh, sorry. Boring. I'm getting bored. No, you are not. In the absence of corporeal forms, the divergence they afford, mayhap such similarity in voices is unavoidable. By the way, Keith, have you already observed the requisite custom for the travellers? That which one is expected to do when receiving guests? A matter of proper form. Yeah, you make a brew. Shall I put kettle on? Ah, yes, so long as it been. Completely escaped my mind. Still does. What was it again? I can't seem to remember. You make a brew. Tea and biscuits. Neither do I. Pity, I was hoping you would. Perhaps we can search the archives. Come now, Ned. The archives have long been frozen. Surely you recall all that much. Oh, God. Of course, food. The custom is to serve food. And a brew. Beings of flesh such as they must regularly replenish their ether. That's right. We duly invite you to join us in a communal repast. If we have a chance to learn something, then I see no reason to decline. Excellent. If you care to follow, we shall feast you on the purest ether. Right. Little jump there if you're looking at my picture. Just had to go and put the lunch in the oven. Tea, sorry, not lunch. Doing a casserole. Right. Speak with Keith. This is a facility where we replenish our ether. There is no particular name for it, but we traditionally sometimes use the word restaurant. Now then, if you would take your place with your comrades, the space will soon be awash with purest ether. There's bloody loads of them now. You brace yourself for a rush of sweet ether. Nothing seems perhaps you need to wait a bit longer. Well, we're waiting. Nothing happens. Just as I suspected, as meticulously as one might recreate the ear's home, this is Ultima Thule. One simply cannot generate ether here. As recreations, our friends are oblivious to the fact, the very truth of their existence, much like the phantoms of the recreated Amarot. However appearances may seem, we must ever be mindful that it is the memories of the dead with whom we deal. So, did you have your fill of ether? Alas, we couldn't absorb it, a deficiency in our forms, it would seem. How unfortunate. May I ask how you normally replenish your ether? We eat food. Make a brew. Through your mouths, you say. How very primitive and quaint. To think that their mouths serve not only to expel sound, but draw in sustenance besides. Such life forms have long since vanished from our systems. Though we regretfully could not partake of your magnificent feast, rest assured we feel your welcome most keenly. In the course of acquainting ourselves with your sophisticated ways, however, we could not fail but wonder, where do you wish to obtain vessels of flesh and then vanish? Will you not favour us with an explanation? You flesh and blood beings are always so hasty. It does have its charm, however. Very well, we'll indulge you. Oh, crap, here we go, bloody history lesson again. In the beginning, when the Age possessed corporeal bodies, our ancestors dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge and technological advancement. By transcending all limitations, we believe we would eliminate sorrow and abide in true happiness. It don't work. From the tangible, such as land, to the intangible, such as labour, there exist myriad hindrances to progress. But the most confining of all was the flesh itself. Natural lifespan was distressingly middling, you see, too short to enjoy, yet too long to be considered disposable. Furthermore, to simply maintain the integrity demanded considerable resources. But we managed to solve the problem. Long years we discovered how to become non-corporeal, with everlasting lives untroubled by the failures of the flesh. How do you reprocreate then? I guess you don't. Thus changed, we had more time and freedom to continue our scientific pursuits. We made ever greater strides, transcend all limitations, to challenge the last of them all, the limit of knowledge. That is to say, deciphering the laws of creation. We sought to discover how the universe came into being and explain all extant phenomena, and thence predict the future. If we could but achieve this, we believe we could be free from uncertainty and anxiety. Did you find the answers? Yes, we did. Our efforts revealed to us a fundamental truth. Everything ends. Knowledge of said truth is essential for the continuation of our conversation. If you would learn more, we will share it with you. We mustn't, primitive as they are, it would be unspeakably cruel to deprive them of their ignorance. They are possessed of corporeal forms, their lives readily ended. As those who have gone before, it is not our duty to warn them. What do you think? What's Y'shtola gonna do? We've deliberated and come to a consensus. If you are resolved to know it, we'll disclose the truth. Seekers at the stone pillars just outside the bounds of the abode, a place called Elegia. Yeah, whatever. 42 minutes gone. Done bugger all. Right, Y'shtola. She's going to sacrifice on herself. A fundamental truth. We will hear it, of course. Let us learn what has led to such an enlightened people to this end. Orangery. Here we join the ear. There is one trifling matter I would fain indicate. Albert and Graham, might I trouble you for your assistance? But of course. My thanks. We shall head outside the abode if you would kindly follow me. I know not what mischief you are plotting, but I trust you have our best interests at heart. The rest of us shall go on ahead to Elegia. Lest you worry, we won't start without you. Where the hell are we going now? Holy crap. Right, get on the old dragon. Dun 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 dun. So why is he going all the way out here when you don't know what's there? Wellspring of regret. This place will serve. Is it the spring that you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, there is nothing to investigate. But pretends to speak in private. You have our undivided attention. We have established here in Ultima Thule those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. One question arises in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra, they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How do you suppose this is possible? Meteion has taken their hearts unto herself. Meteion made contact them when they still lived. I'll go with the middle one. Of course, she must have visited the stars of the dragons and the ear before either race perished. So, could she make their emotions her own and with them create more faithful simulacra than had she relied on any historical account? So too did I theorize, and upon that assumption consider how these two races may have met their demise. According to your own tale, Meteion perceives that emotions of those nearby as her own, heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as entelechy. In the course of her star-faring journey, she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation of their existence. She would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possessed the knowledge the power to grant it, the power of Dynamis. It's my supposition that, overwhelmed by their longing for death, Meteion did unleash Dynamis and ushered the dragons and ear unto their doom. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Many stars did she find already lost to ruin. In order to recreate a terminus, however, the fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find a way forward, pray ask yourselves this. In the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Meteion's. Why do you tell us this now? Never again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make to my comrades in bringing you into my confidence. I would remain true to my word. As for you, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harboured for the Crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in your chosen path, walking at your side, full knowing that we were bound for your demise. I ask now that you return the favour and abide in faith as I fulfil my own destiny. If you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? It's indelicate of me, I know full well, and I can beg but your forgiveness. Yet even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I have found within. The answer to the question, in what moment might I stand strongest? Excuse me, COVID. After all we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must, and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend, I shall. Without further ado then, let us go to join our comrades. Graham, let us be off too. Oh, what was the point of that? Right, where are we going to now then? Allegia. Bugger. Get on my thing. 170 to the north. Go on, have a swim. Must be just over this hill then. There he is. Get on the dragon and leg it. Off that way somewhere. What we're doing on time? 51. Seems everyone is counted for, shall we then?
Please continue. Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not. We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world. We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Deneb 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time you have remaining.
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated. Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter into an eternal ice age. In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost, no civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators. Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls, though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain primitive and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the Aeir. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
Oh, now it's her turn.
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught. But I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge. And no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected. Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Keep calm and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it. Azim's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost, so press on. Press on, and do not look back.
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Urianger.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats. This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
Oh well. Then there were 4.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
There. That's where you'll find me.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn, alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Atheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken. That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Okie dokie. Right, okay, well, it's getting interesting now. And this is where we'll end it for today. Right, looks like we're going up to the next one. So, as always, thanks for your views. thanks again, Coffee, for your comment. I will take it on board. Whether I do or not, I don't know. Might just do a couple of episodes and see how it goes. But hey, still early days yet. We haven't finished this one, have we? Anyway, peeps, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see thee.